High Court of Manipur suspends Speaker Tribunal Court's order on dequalification case of Thanga MLA T. Robindro until July 20. Works Minister T.H. Biswas lashes out at Nauria Pakanglakpa ex-MLA Swayam Subhachandra for dragging him into a ploy. CLP leader Okram Ibobit lambasted Nauria Pakanglakpa ex-MLA Swayam Subhachandra for alleging that Congress party forced him to resign. MLA K. Govindas resigned from Delimitation Commission committee membership, says he does not want to be a part of forced exercise of delimitation in Manipur based on false census report. Thangmeiband MLA Kumukcham Joykisan demands Health Minister L. Jayantakumar to resume office duty, keeping aside political confusions. In their reports, 26,506 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 21,604. And Manipur's Gyanendra Ningombam appointed as officiating president of Hockey India. Hello and welcome to Impact News, to watching Primetime English News. I'm KANGUJAM SHELLYRA with the top stories and latest news at this hour. High Court of Manipur today suspended the Speaker Tribunal Court's order on disqualification case of Thanga MLA T. Robindro until July 20. The court would list the matter against on the same day. Double bench of the High Court, comprising of Justice Lanung Sungam Jamir and Justice Ahanthem Bimol, pronounced the order after hearing the petition filed by MLA T. Robindro against the Tribunal Court's order released on June 18. It may be mentioned that MLA T. Robindro, who earlier supported the BJP-led state government after he won the last general election as All India Trinamool Congress Party candidate, withdrew support from BJP and extended support to opposition Congress Party on June 17. Subsequently, the Speaker issued an order to disqualify him without any hearing. MLA T. Robindro was not even allowed to exercise his franchise in the recently held Rajya Sabha election. Works Minister T.H. Biswas has warrant of taking legal actions against ex-MLA of Nauria Pakanglakpa, Swayam Subhachandra, for alleging him of conspiring his resignation along with Congress Party. Impact News brings you a special report.
Nauria Pakanglakpagi MLA Oiramba Swayam Subhachandra Mahagna MLA from the Gi resign to Hivasi Congress Miosinga Minister Biswajitka Pau Ponga Matunda resign to Honbani Amadi threatened Tawudagi Nampuda resign to give have a form as a Tolokpa Sida Hiramasi Matanga Minister Biswajiku Naduna Mahi Karikari Mot Lebegabdu Kaminasi Tamoki MLA Subhachandra Mahagna resign Centrum Daida Congress ki mi sing na haitare mogasu pau phaunaraga haibna chuma wafam si cover da kaitam am yorkiba sigi matangda tamogi kai mot lebi ke to hamta
taseng na di ai cover chu ai yeng de du pau di ai worker sing kari jing tamai adubo aina dum akoi worker sing khara sawning ba lei adubo akoi na dum tapna hai ki hai kari no no khoina hari dubo lairiba masana self style da aina du tobuni haraganda without proof kanana thajagadori no madu hairunu makhoi gi phanana ba ngakta adu ngasi bawta aigi integrity si akoi lairiba central leader sing na khangbi maramde akoi lairiba marak se da mamang amada BJP dagi si punglo logada matam amada ꯑꯩꯍꯥꯛꯄꯨꯁꯨ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛꯇ ꯐꯤꯂꯔ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯇꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯇꯧꯅꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯐꯥꯎꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯊꯟꯗ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯩ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯀꯔꯤꯝꯇ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯀꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯒꯣꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯣ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯣ ꯑꯀꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯇꯧꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨ ꯂꯦꯞꯄꯒ ꯂꯥꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯦꯚ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯀꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯅꯤꯡꯉꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯀꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯧꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯈꯔꯅꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯅꯕ ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯃꯁꯥ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯁꯨꯕꯥꯁ ꯆꯟꯗ꯭ꯔ ꯃꯍꯥꯛ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯀꯃꯦꯟ ꯄꯤꯕꯗꯨ ꯑꯩ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯊꯝꯖꯅꯤꯡꯗꯦ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯃꯍꯥꯛ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯥ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯇꯩꯁꯜꯂꯝꯃꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯃꯥꯁꯤ ꯃꯥꯡꯈ꯭ꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯖꯣꯏꯟ ꯇꯧꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯃꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯅꯕ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯅꯁꯨ ꯂꯧꯔꯣꯏꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯦꯚ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯂꯤꯗꯔ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯧꯐꯝ ꯊꯣꯛꯇꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯃ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯅꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯃꯍꯥꯛ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯨꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯀꯟꯁꯄꯤꯔꯦꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ ꯊꯨꯒꯥꯏꯅꯕ ꯆꯪꯉꯛꯏꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯊꯤꯒꯗꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯁꯤꯗꯦꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯥꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔꯒꯤ ꯂꯤꯗꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯦꯛ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯂꯩꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯥꯒ ꯀꯟꯐꯔꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯨ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯔꯝꯁꯨ ꯆꯥꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯌꯨꯝꯐꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯗ ꯄꯉꯥꯡꯗ ꯉꯥꯡꯅꯔꯒ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯨ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯩꯅꯖꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯇꯧꯁꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯥ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤꯁꯨ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯦꯝꯕꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤꯕꯨ ꯌꯣꯟꯊꯣꯛꯑꯝꯃꯒ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤꯗ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯄꯥꯝꯕ ꯑꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯈꯔ ꯐꯪꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯈꯔꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯀꯟꯁꯄꯤꯔꯦꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯖꯗꯦ ꯑꯥꯏꯟ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯀꯣꯔꯠ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯣ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯃꯤꯄꯨꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯁꯦ ꯑꯥꯏꯟ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯃꯛ ꯂꯩꯅꯕ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯖꯨꯗꯤꯁꯤꯌꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯂꯝꯗ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯒꯗꯒꯦ ꯑꯥꯏꯟꯒꯤ ꯊꯣꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯖꯁꯇꯤꯁ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯈꯪꯅꯅꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯃꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯌꯦꯛ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯥꯛꯆꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯈꯕꯔꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯟꯅ ꯎꯕꯤꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯨ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯥꯖꯗꯦ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯤꯐꯥꯎꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯤꯒ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯟꯖꯈꯤꯕꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯈꯪꯉꯤ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯂꯦꯖꯤꯁꯂꯦꯆꯔ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯔꯒ ꯉꯁꯤꯐꯥꯎꯗ ꯋꯥꯅ ꯄꯨꯖꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯜ ꯏꯁꯥꯅ ꯈꯪꯖꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯦꯝꯖꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯊꯨꯒꯥꯏꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯆꯥꯛ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯥꯔꯤꯐꯤꯀꯦꯁꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯣꯏꯖꯒꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯇꯥꯕꯅꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯨꯝꯕꯅꯣ ꯂꯥꯟꯕꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯁꯨꯕꯥꯁ ꯆꯟꯗ꯭ꯔ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯪꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯇ ꯆꯠꯂꯨꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯀꯪꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯀꯤ ꯀꯦꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯑꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯥꯁꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯖꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯇꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯍꯟꯒꯦ ꯈꯣꯠꯍꯟꯒꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯅꯪ ꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯉꯝꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯇꯧꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕꯁꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯣꯏꯗꯕꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯀꯥꯏꯅꯕ ꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯑꯩꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯕ ꯌꯦꯛꯅꯕꯅꯦꯅ ꯂꯧꯒꯅꯤ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤꯕꯨ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯕꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯅꯤꯡꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤ ꯊꯨꯒꯥꯏꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯣꯏ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯐꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯐꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯈꯛꯇꯪ ꯊꯥꯖꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯃ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯦ
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯥರಿꯐꯤꯀꯦꯁꯟ ꯊꯝꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯕꯤꯖꯦꯄꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ ꯑꯦꯝ.ꯑꯦꯜ.ꯑꯦ ꯀꯥꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯀꯥꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯅꯤꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯃꯊꯟꯇꯅ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯛꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯐꯝꯁꯨ ꯊꯝꯂꯛꯂꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯃꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯡꯆꯠ ꯊꯤꯅꯕ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯃꯤꯡꯆꯠ ꯁꯣꯛꯅꯕ ꯊꯣꯛꯍꯜꯂꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯀꯣꯠꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯊꯤꯗꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯇꯉꯥꯏꯐꯗꯕ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯀꯦꯃꯦꯔꯥ ꯄꯔꯁꯟ ꯑꯦꯜ ꯁꯨꯕꯥꯁ ꯁꯔꯃꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯎꯔꯝꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯩ ꯀꯤꯇꯃꯌꯨꯝ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯝꯆꯥꯟ ꯏꯝꯄꯦꯛ ꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯁ ꯏꯝꯐꯥꯜ.
Congress party has once again clarified that the party never coerced ex-MLA of Nauria Pakhanglapa constituency, Soibam Subhachandra, to leave the BJP. CLP leader Okram Ibobi today lambasted ex-MLA Subhachandra for alleging that the Congress party had forced him to leave BJP and join the Congress. Okram Ibobi said S. Subhachandra left BJP on his own accord. He added that the ex-MLA's attempt to defame the party by filing an FIR against Congress MLA K. Megachandra, ex-Speaker T.H. Lokeswar and MPCC member H. Bikramjit is funny as it is totally unfounded and absurd. Speaking to media at Congress Bhavan, the CLP leader said that the public is witness to the recent attempts by some NPP and BJP MLAs to malign Congress party, which is a constructive opposition party. He condemned that ex-MLA Subhachandra, who has been ousted for 6 years from BJP, has alleged Minister T.H. Biswajit and Congress party of conspiring his expulsion. Ibobi clarified that there is no connection between Congress party and BJP whatsoever and no collusion with Minister Biswajit regarding the same.
Police station FIR ama restart tobiyu na piyu de su yam na ngai ibamna masa BJP gi MLA ni by that time haujikudi ex oire Honorable Minister Shri Biswajit ka Congress ki MLA kharaga collusion torga colluded torga masi aibu resign to hon banena masi akoina hajin banati ko pasoi police station da FIR ma register tawbiyu na Sri Subhash Chandra na complaint tawbudo adudai da yauri bane masi akoi di Congress party ga BJP ga de akoi di kari sumari leina basu leite honorable MLA ani duda mayam na hangbi su adum khangani Sri Biswarjit honorable minister ga karimta mari leina basu leite akoi karimta haina basu leite akoi na force tawru su leite akoi na hawru basu leite indagi democracy ju phagi tahanana ba Manipur gi democracy je masi phagi tahanana ba aduda natana Congress party bu maran thangjanna ba tawsi masi laibak thibani haina koi sumaina chingtuksaban police station da
Bisnupur MLA K. Govindas today announced his resignation from the membership of Delimitation Commission Committee. Speaking to media at his residence in Ningthokong Bazaar, MLA Govindas said that he resigned from the committee because he does not want to be a part of force exercised of delimitation in Manipur based on wrong census report against the public interest. He claimed that the Congress party was not informed while forming the committee in May. MLA Govindas said that the committee has 3 BJP MLAs and 2 Congress MLAs and the majority party will anyway carry out delimitation in their desired way.
अखोदसु हाना नहाक्सी खल्लनी नत्रगना पार्टी दा मणिपुर प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमिटी की प्रेसिडेंट दा नत्रगा दी ओक्रम इबोबिदा सुना कोई की पार्टी दगी मी अनि खलओ हाइबगिसु अखोइदा लैते तबु एनपीपी की यावरी सिदा एमपीएफ की यावरी एलजीपी की यावरी असि की पार्टी सिंग सिदा अम भो यावदबा बीजेपी का कांग्रेस का की ओइना खनबा अदुसु विदाउट गिविंग एनी प्रायर इंफॉर्मेशन अम फाउपीदना अदा खोइना नुम खननो मतमदा नमफु हाफु की चनबी इम लाक असिना हयेंग अखोइ प्रजा की अपांबा प्रजा की अनिंगबा सिंगसिदा अखोइना थबक तौबं अंगदौ मानदेदना ngasi orebul rajni phibam singbiyo ngasi nam ngangani horen nam ngangani अखोइना ngang wahi अखोइ gi vocal अखोइ gi प्रजा की अनिंगबा सिंगसु अखोइना हाइजब मतमदा तागदा इमान मानदेदन खल्लगांदा इदे से रिजाइन तौजब
Committee of Civil Society Kanglaipak CCSK in a press release says delimitation is necessary in a democratic country and appeals to the authorities concerned to conduct delimitation in Manipur based only on the correct census. Now we bring you a special report from Impact News reporter Asi Mangangcha and camera person Iro Mocha on what the public felt about carrying out delimitation in Manipur based on 2001 census.
Haukiba sahi kharigi mamangda India pummada delimitation pangthokrabasu Manipur, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh amasung Jammu Kashmir da delimitation pangthoktabagi adumlaba lairamba adu hauji India government na athuba matama hariba delimitation pangthonabagi damakta process kaya satharakliba asigi matangda Manipur da leiba tonga furup singi mio singna process asi janingbra natraga janingdabra makhoi gi oiba wakhalong da kari lebagi habdu miyamna khangminasi
delimitation je agi motadi to honinge adubu mikok thibagi sangi batungina revise tawalagadi to honinge aduga hanagi leiba census tawragadi khatang aram oine khani khal communal gi oiba wafam damu halakadar sina koi mota hai tare adubu census hoji nongni revise tawraga to honinge
jinga akoi yena bagi damukta di madu phatte hai tare adu aigi jaga aigi elaka gi aigi constituency gi oine di ai se ya school kendra ni but aigi hek thongan mayong na badana singjamai ne ba adu aigi oine di akoi ji singjamai de puninge
masi aina supam pamte pamdaba jo ji kenoni hanagi leiba phimdo awda dum leiba jina aina dum pamjai
koi constituency je yamna thak leiba ju leiba samna da khoi wangkai kendra gi da khoi wangkai gi je lamong bok tang oiraga mu a mandibu ki ba om leiba adu mafom chana thamta gi adu afabam ne na khal
amuhanna mikok thibna phani na lawedi aran ba thabak sidam tawsangar gi hayeng tungda jo yai haina dum tawrakane ba
मैम पुनम अमतोइना सिंगमी हबलेते तमी हबलेते कोहिंगी बपुलब से अमतोइन हिंगिना बदति पामे
मिसिंग हेंजन हायरगा तौबसी अखोइने यानिंगदे प्रजा सिंगदा अकाइबसु लाकनी मसी यारगति तौबिगनो हाइना हाइचे
आरान बा बिकोक थीबसे चुमथो मतुंगदा फजना सेंसस चेक तौर मतुंगदा दुई मतुंगदा तौजब पामे
हाइदि अखोइ आधार कार्ड अबा अखोइ मे पाइदि अखोइना हबाइदि आधार कार्ड से सिंगदो ओरो तमदो ओरो सेंगना क्लियर होने आधार कार्ड kana पाइदि सिंगदना मसिंग क्या लैदि पॉपुलेशन क्या लೈ आधार कार्ड त चेक तौरगदि सोनम क्लियर होने सुमनेबा मसी सेंगना सुम येंबिरकांदा कोइ लिमिटेशन तौबियु
ayun dai ngai
adi adi topic to akonda idea kya laite delimitation se khangde
tari tarba delimitation
tadi tai ai de made maram de kaya khangde ja
khangde
tadri
tari ai mot di hai roi singtam
animal pullaga aduda warip luraga masidi jai yaro hebdo hainer di phagidaba singmi sing na su yaro ei wakan di pullaga adu jagi de jaro gi de bolsu adu warip lower di phagidra haina khan
delimitation hen ka do do ai khoi su ya ni nge ba maram de tamnap ni phune jingena kun khak ne jingi si ani hum hapan pa me ba oi sai tu gi su mi ya mane ko sai tu gi su ani thok khan ba jai aduga tiang par su jai aduga surchanpur su ani thok ba jai
mamang gi do or ga di ya ba ajo jik ti ya ning de param na chi mo hina masing he napchan ba du gan aran ba taw success taw ya mamang fajana niom ta na chu maga taw budi ai adu chumdana taw budi pam de
2001 da base tawraga tawdore delimitation x sana yajaning de duga 2021 da karigum seto bataraga de adu yajaning
India government na athuba matamda pangthong labo honarakli ba sungba delimitation gi matangda impact news na imphal gi moroi ba mafam singda leiriba tongan ma phurup singi oiba kame lobu matamda hariba delimitation asi tawba pamdaba amasung tawba pamba loinana hariba sigi nakal ani gi chapchaba phibamda afaba jenglaga tawbiu haibagi adum loba kamen phongdoroki maroina chingi ichina chingi marakta su hariba asina matang kuina dagi nungsi janana laminar laba chingtanggi marakta hena akaiba thorokpa yai haibiba phongdoroki aduga tamgi leiriba dum lo tongan ma phurup singasu hariba asungloba delimitation asi 2001 gi asoibana thalle hariba census adu chumthoklaba matungda tawba haibasina chingtanggi oiba adum loba mari da hena chesene lambada natna pamdaba thoklaloi haiba kaya phongdokrakhi baramasina hariba hiram asida India government amsung Manipur government na athubu matamda miyeng changduna delimitation tawbu matamda Manipur dok oira kadaba phibam adu kumna yengsan bagi tangai phadaba man leiri maru oina chingdal base tawba CSO sing amasung tampakta base tawba CSO singna masa gi oiba kamen phongtokpagi matungina chingda delimitation asi tawgadabani aduga tampakta tawroidabani haina phongtoklibani aduna hariba ani sigi marakta karamana afaba miyamde hena akaiba piroidaba Manipur de hena shanti lakhada mongda delimitation tawba haibasina punamaki afaba oigani haibasini camera person iromo chagaloina Pagdam Jariba RC Mangancha Impact News Impal.
Thangmeban MLA KANGUJAM Kisan has demanded Health Minister L.J. Kumar to resume his office duty at the earliest. He criticized the Health Minister for being unconcerned about the recent surge in COVID-19 positive cases in the state. Speaking to media at his residence in Kuyatong today, MLA Joy Kisan expressed concern over the surging cases of COVID-19 confirmed cases. Mentioning about the local transmission of coronavirus in Jiribam district, infection of a home quarantine child in Thamiband, and the recent infection of a Jennings doctor, he said people are even scared of stepping out of their homes. MLA Joy Kisan demanded Health Minister L.J. Kumar to step up by keeping aside political interests and to take active roles in leading the department officials, doctors and staff to contain the pandemic. Meanwhile, MLA Joy Kisan lauded Deputy Chief Minister Himnam Joy Kumar for resuming his office works in public interest. He also assured of necessary assistance as an MLA to the Chief Minister in various departmental works.
Karigino lebak miyamna asuk yauna pangkai yauna mipai naraba mayam sina wanaraba matamda medical minister na karigino hujibobo office kadan lebabse masi explanation nama pibam thoi mana matam khrai mamangda no retreat no surrender kana lawru badudi lebak miyam sudum khaka kaunagrabani adudi thoidokna adugi damta di medical minister ikai biro no dum kabiro madudi akoina su medical minister se art and culture su paibani na lila cinema su yam yengamni adan lila gi dialogue ni dum lawi adu thoidokna yam kan khande aduna dum isagi tiro tobiro.
Veteran politician Okram Joy has demanded BJP state government led by Chief Minister Nautama Biren to prove vote of confidence in the upcoming assembly session as per democratic principles and practice to negate the withdrawal of support by NPP, Trinamool Congress and independent MLAs. Speaking to media at his residence in Kawat today, Okram Joy said public is aware of the prevailing disunity among the state cabinet ministers and their lack of collective responsibility. He reminded that 4 NPP MLAs, Trinamool Congress and independent MLAs had earlier declared their withdrawal of support from the BJP-led government and extended support to the Secular Progress Front, SPF, led by Congress Party. He demanded the BJP government to prove its stability and majority on the assembly floor. The veteran politician said that the Congress Party has to raise no confidence motion for public interest if the BJP government fails to show vote of confidence in the upcoming Manipur Legislative Assembly session to be held in the last week of July.
Karingumada governor na vote of confidence low idna Hyderabad. Moisingdo once their alliance were broken. Now Mera amuk tawraga pukhala in there. Aduna ID vote of confidence low home to it. Kana kangni sumnamda phanamda vote of confidence lower koidiga and tawragadi. Congress ki maikidagi, opposition ki maikidagi. No confidence mosanama how tambam to it. Popular ministry high city each and every hour, every day. Credibility account away. And I am thin the papati the collective responsibility. I want to do Birian government as cabinet the collective responsibility the public cannot believe it. Cabinet and the collective responsibility government do coalition government to Gairaga at a Posalaba. Chapsano is Hani PM the Juta the country. Masana confidence was a nice local Portamana.
Court has granted interim bail till September 11th on medical ground to accuse Senior Medical Officer of Central Medical Store, Directorate of Health Services, Dr. M. Dinesh, who was in police custody for his alleged involvement in providing substandard N95 mask to District Hospital, Churchampura. Impact News sources said the accused doctor was admitted at RIMS ICCU yesterday morning. He was supposed to be produced before Imphal West Special Judge Court Prevention of Corruption Act today. He was first provided before the court on July 8. Defense counsel had claimed that Dr. M. Dinesh has been framed to malign his image and prayed for jail. The court, however, remanded him into 2 days of police custody. Imphal Municipal Corporation Mayor L. Lokeshwar has warned that necessary action will be taken against those who dispose garbage inappropriately in areas under the IMC. He was speaking on the sidelines of a cleanliness drive in connection with World No Plastic Day carried out by the IMC at the temporary market of Khairambad, Kaitil today. IMC Mayor Lokeshwar also appealed to the public to cooperate with the volunteers of various NGOs under the IMC who come to collect garbage at their respective homes. He said that the IMC alone cannot keep the state neat and clean without the public support.
No plastic dega Mari Lainana, Lamdengi solid waste treatment plant, the Imphal Municipal Corporation ga, Lamdeng Aput Baluka Kusam Naraga, Lamdeng the mega social service sama Hogdok Paga, Iroinana, Masif Hawda, Matang, Imphal Municipal Ariana Konba, Bazarzing the Hoina social service, KMC, Satazavani, Aina Miam the hygiening body, Lubanan Bahisi, Ishagi Yumdagi Horaga, Nanbo Oigadavana, NGO Singda, Amot Palokotpagi, door to door collection, customer Obiona Miam da Piltojari, Aduga. Lona atop Karda Kaida, Gari Masada or Garia or dark spot like Posay Payvamda, Langtopi Bagi habit as Sitadopio, Masikarigumba, enforcement in IMC in the Tenava Toklavadi, Madu Matiksava action logagani.
Chairman of Indian Red Cross Society Manipur State Branch, Dr. Y. Mohan, has urged the authorities concerned to ascertain how the lady doctor of Jenims got infected with coronavirus. Speaking to media, Dr. Mohan disclosed that he had a telephonic conversation with the infected doctor who told him that she wore proper PPE while collecting samples and that none of the samples she has collected so far tested positive for COVID-19. Dr. Mohan also said that samples of the doctor's family members have tested negative for COVID-19.
Jenims ki lady doctor oire city kadai degi no haiba source of infection si thibam khangda bodono tauri hujiki matang sidadi rama contact kana lairubo kholo ba heduri ekhoi gi surveillance team na thitalaga khangbi ai adu as of now di maonda infection si source si khangde haibena lobu tari hujiki di adu eredi yam luri si kadai degi lakaduri no history khangda ba source khangdredi yamna singningai oiba community transmission haiba yam kiningai bam leiri adu Makni haibasu ngamdrabasu magi source kadai no haibadi sarkar na concerned authority na thijan badarkar oiri.
Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases, national news and sports news. Keep watching Impact News.
Ichabu mahitam hanba haibasi mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudoni. Slopland Public School, biggest and the finest residential school, Manipur gi oina lemjaningai oiraba, mahei tampam ama oiriba, ख्वाइदिगी चुनरबा मफमदा सेमगतलबा CBSE द एफिलिएट तोबा हायर सेकेंडरी स्कूल ओइरी इचासिंगबु एडमिशन तौबिदना ममा मपासिंगना मचादा पीबा ngamba ख्वाइदिगी चाबु खुदोल ओइबियु इचागी फजबलम चत साजतकी अहोंबदु उबियु स्लॉपलैंड पब्लिक स्कूल खोंगजोम
Banthobi Group of Companies presents Banthobi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by National Housing Bank, wholly owned by Reserve Bank of India, provide subsidized home loan under PMAY-CLS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Banthobi Microfin deals with microfinance activities only. Banthobi Nidhi Limited provides loan against fixed deposit, loan against property, etc. Banthobi Constructions Private Limited facilities. Booking started for real estate residential projects of flats, villas or row houses, etc. For more details, kindly contact Banthobi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies or report Rangbam Leitlai Info.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Primetime English News. India has reported 26,506 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's confirmed cases have reached 7,93,802, out of which 2,76,682 are active cases. Death toll has reached 21,604 and recoveries are 4,95,516. Country's recovery rate stands at 62.42%. Maharashtra is on the top with above 93,000 active cases. Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) said that a total of 2,83,659 tests were conducted by various laboratories in the country in the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected over 1,24 lakhs people. Over 5,58,000 people have died and recoveries are above 72 lakhs so far. USA is on the top with above 16,58,000 active cases and total deaths of above 1,35,000. USA reported 986 cases so far today. India is at third place in the world. Total active cases of COVID-19 in Northeast states have crossed 7,200, including 651 active cases of Manipur in the last 24 hours. Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 14,600, out of which 5,423 are active cases. Tripura's total confirmed cases have reached 1,790, out of which 416 are active cases. Nagaland's confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 696, out of which 392 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh's confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 302, out of which 180 are active cases. There are 49 active cases in Sikkim, 83 in Mizoram, and total 67 active cases of COVID-19 in Meghalaya. OPD and emergency services at the Northeastern Indira Gandhi Regional Institute of Health and Medical Sciences in Meghalaya was shut following exposure to coronavirus. Officials said the services will remain closed as decontamination and contact tracing within the hospital is underway. The order to shut the outpatient department, OPD, and emergency services were issued following the inadvertent exposure to coronavirus on Thursday. According to the hospital authorities, a BSF personnel on July 1 underwent an RT-PCR test for COVID-19, the report of which came is as negative. Following this, he was admitted to the non-COVID ward in orthopedic department of the hospital on July 4. The BSF personnel developed a fever on Thursday and when tested again for COVID-19, the report showed he was positive. The patient had extensive contact footprint in the hospital. Chairperson of Manipur Human Rights Commission, MHRC Khaidam Mani, said that the commission has taken up the complaint filed by petitioner Moirang Moirangmayumt Azit gave it about the prevailing political crisis in Manipur amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking to media at MHRC office in Lamphel today, Khaidem Mani said that the case was taken to ensure human rights. He also mentioned that MHRC has already issued a notice to submit relevant documents, including affidavit to the Commission within July 30 to take a collective decision from the public and political parties.
Public health, right to life, free environment, the matang social disorder or social order or justice, social, economic and political. Haiba Article 21 she Nabi Damta, Laribamong Asina Plaza Singu Wahale, Aduna, Haiba, Sita Jampamaraga, Tariba, Kesuse, Mazi Prama Pesali, Aina Lauraga, Kesuse, Restart Tonava, Kumpire, Maruena, Manipuda Lariba, political party. Punamat Nalai Pakin Mairagi editor Bosu Profama respondent Oina Ariba my Mam Sida notice issue Tolaga my Mam gave more Ariba Pibam Sida Kari Kaliba Karita Honingba Haiba Punamat Ado Mayam Sidiki Konganaba Magi Moto Sita Honingi political system Chanai Quedasi Ohele Masisum Mama Purat Haningi election system Chando Haningi Adu Towning Chinaching Punamat with affidavit Kaloina Moigi Mocha Kamisanda July Contraba Mamanga.
Hericon General Secretary Yung Khaibam Suras Kuman has urged the public to obtain cash memo while procuring items from wholesale dealers. Speaking to media at Hericon office in Palace Compound today, Suras Kuman expressed concern that the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic has affected the state's economy and price of essential commodities has skyrocketed. He added that talks were held with the government to make various essential items available at affordable rates. He appealed to shopkeepers to sell items only at prices fixed by the government, failing which he warned of actions by Hericon.
Sana Thaknarbagi or Polam Singsi, Gamena Piba, Retagi, Hankana Yon Bagi or Bakudong Sada, Mayama, Equi Presashi, the Mayonari. Miamna Port Low Matamda, Tangai Padana Equi. Case me demand to you, case me out in a port Lowigan Haba. Gamanga equating the Naki Bakana give a shotuni. I could case me low you, Aduga, Gamena, dealer Madi wholesale, Tongan Bakamusing, the instruction P, or the instruction P with the Tomokoi, reasonable over amount the Yoli High, Adu Equina, Chap Saba Paman, troop to equate later in the moment of the Excel logo, so equi Wavarina, Tangai Padana, Bazas in a case me low you has a Gamenaso, Madu equi, on I send a Madu Miamda, through the appeal to you, or the Gamenaso equi Hizag, case more bigger than Havas, the minor equi Tambira Tani Paul, like when a Pamira, dealer Madi wholesaler Miam Yaw by from Pamaganda, Tangai for the case was Miam, the shoot over see Miam, so compulsory low you.
Department of Labour Manipur has launched two pension schemes, namely Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan, PM SYM and National Pension Scheme for Traders and Self-Employed Person, NPS Trades in Moray today. The event was held at the conference hall of Mighty Council Moray. The department has urged those eligible beneficiaries to avail benefits of the scheme. Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur Desam has appealed to open examination center in Manipur for foreign medical graduate examination conducted by the National Board of Examination under Medical Council of India. Speaking to media at Desam office in Kwakatel today, Desam Education Secretary Longsam Robin said that there are above 300 students of Manipur who have passed medical studies in foreign countries. He condemned that no exam center has been allocated in Manipur for the upcoming foreign medical graduate examination scheduled on August 30, even after the board has added 12 new centers on top of the previous 30 centers. Robin said that students of Manipur will face difficulties in giving their exam outside the state amid the COVID-19 pandemic. He also said that they have submitted a written application to the Union Minister, Chief Minister of Manipur, Medical Council of India and to the relevant authorities regarding the matter.
Medical graduate passed over Mayrui Singasi, Masi, Kogi, India Sida, Latna, Koi, Tabak, Nang Tobam Matamda, Kogi, National Board of Examination Loba, Examama, Foreign Medical Graduate Examination, Masi, Tuanba, Indiagi, Kogi, State Singda, Center Piduna, Lagliba, Agaski Tarik, Puntraga Matwida, Exam Tonabagi Salul Tokre, Exam Tonabagi Center List, Koi, Hana, 30 Lembadagi. ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯒ 42 ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔ ꯂꯤꯁ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯏꯕꯛ ꯊꯤꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔ ꯂꯤꯁ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯗꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯖꯨꯑꯦꯠ ꯄꯥꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯍꯩꯔꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯁꯤꯒ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯅꯛꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯃꯤꯅꯦꯁꯟ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯒꯧꯍꯥꯇꯤ ꯁꯤꯂꯣꯡꯒꯨꯝꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯤꯗ COVID-19 ꯄꯦꯟꯗꯦꯃꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯆꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯆꯠꯁꯤꯟꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ ꯃꯥꯌꯣꯛꯅꯕ ꯏꯝꯐꯥꯜꯁꯤꯗꯁꯨ ꯏꯝꯐꯥꯜ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯍꯩꯔꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯒꯤ ꯈꯟꯕꯤꯔꯒ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯕ medical graduate pass.
Northeastern English School today felicitated its students who have passed BOSEM HSLC examination 2020 in first division. Meritorious awards were presented to the 14th position holder in the exam and other students of the school who have passed in first division. School Managing Committee organized a felicitation ceremony at the school hall in Moirangkampu. Speaking on the occasion, School Administrator R.K. Kogendravir said that the event was the 31st felicitation ceremony of the school. He assured that the school will continue to strive to procure meritorious students. He also encouraged those students who have passed in second and third divisions.
मोई एनकरेज तौबसी अखोई स्कूल की माइकईदगी कोई सेकेंड डिविजन नत्रगा थर्ड डिविजन दा लाक्पा अंगांगसिंग अखोइना यामना लुक डाउन तौबगी वफम अखोई स्कूल दा अखोई अथॉरिटी दा लेजिते अखोइना अखोई स्कूल की माइकईदगी ngamjaba खरा कनो तौबसी खुदोल मसा अमत ओरसु कैश अवार्ड ओरसु पीबसी अखोई मैनेजिंग कमिटी का खनरबा मतुंगदा फर्स्ट डिविजन दा यावरबसिंग सिदंग अखोइना अखोई अंगम लेवल दा पीरसी अदगा मतुंग ताबरपदसु सेकेंड डिविजन दा याव अंगांगसिंग से अखोइना तुंग हल्लगा थमंबगी वफम नतबिदा मकोइसु next study matang step generation koigi next adventure mayam ama leiribani na madu makoi honaning bagi wakhalon do fauna na haidana ikoina first division khak tang oina khangkalaga koina bijabane.
Chandel District Animal Farmers Welfare Union has warned to impose indefinite ban on the Imphal-Moret Road from July 31st against the government's lack of concern to preserve mithun in the state. President of the union, K. Prakash Maring, said that the farmers' union had urged both the previous Congress government and the present BJP government to take necessary measures to preserve the mithun, which are on the verge of extinction. He expressed disappointment that no action has been taken till date. Prakash Maring urged the government to look into the matter without further delay by July 31st at the latest.
Manipur da mut kidaba sandang yokhat pinaba union asina Manipur sarkar da memorandum kya pisalabasu ngasi phawba thabak oina uthopa udri maramuduna July gi tang 38 phawgi manungda Manipur da mut kidaba sandang yokhat pinaba Manipur sarkar na thabak oina pakhat laktaba tarabji August gi tang amadagi Imphal-Moret lambi union asina indefinite ban tawragan Manipur da mut kidaba sandang yokhat pinaba union asina Manipur sarkar
Forest and Environment Minister Awangbo Niumai has launched week-long 71st Van Mahotsav celebration at the indoor stadium of Tamenglong District Headquarters today. State Forest Department, District Administration Tamenglong and Rainforest Club Tamenglong jointly organized the event, which aims to plant around 20,000 saplings in various parts of Tamenglong District. Organic plums and cauliflowers from Lunghar village of the Ukhrul district are available at MoMA Organic Outlet in Sanjinthong. On the first day of sale today, Ligla Food brought 1 metric tons of plums. Manipur Organic Mission Agency under Horticulture and Soil Conservation Manipur took the initiative of making the organic products available to the public. Speaking to media, MoMA Project Officer Donald Swabam said that MoMA has been striving to open marketing avenues for farmers under the initiative of Chief Minister N. Biren. He mentioned that under the initiative of MoMA, 100 metric tons of pineapples produced by the farmers of Jiribam district have been sold out. Donald also appreciated food processing units and private industries of the state for their support. He added that efforts will be made to preserve organic foods utilizing the cold storage at Manipur Food Industries Corporation Limited in Nilakoti to make them available to the public at subsidized rates.
This scheme is farmers in COVID-19 की pandemic सिगी market लाइट तबा सिना अकोई मणिपुर organic agency ना facilitate तौगना marketing तौगना 1000 kg की है खाजे अजे लिखला दा अयाम अकोई ने योंजगनी मोइना buyer bulk buyer ओरगा अदुगा organic outlet खर फंगजगनी अदुगा कोबी सिमा organic outlet सुम फंगजगनी मसिगी कोबी का है खागसे उखरुल की नुंथारी पुजरपनी market मोई farmer सिंगी अवाब से अकोई ना horticulture उजरगा organic outlet sida koi consumer sing gi sumthangda line na paisa khara nem na phangnaba na tawjaro.
Hemam Nilamani Foundation Charitable Trust observed the 108th birth anniversary of freedom fighter and ex-deputy education minister Hemam Nilamani at INA Memorial Hall in Moirang today. Attendees paid floral tributes to his portrait and a souvenir based on Hemam Nilamani was released at the observance. Students of Moirang constituency who secured high marks in BOSEM HSLC examination 2020 were also felicitated on the occasion. Moirang MLA P. Sarachandra, ex-MLA M. Prithibiras, social worker T.H. Santi, Vice President of BJP Manipur Pradesh, Asni Kumar, President of Hemam Nilamani Foundation Charitable Trust, H. Babudont, and veteran parliamentarian O. Joy took part in the event.
Ikut rakyat itu bahkan di alam lewat sewa turunnya kan bersih mayang khas buat kemui siang maka siang nama real beres lah mari kita sini kan bermiran terhadap masih posisi even recently some newspaper ada TV panel discussion masih jawab dia and elections in many so that is the difference adana macam di nationalist to leaders ni panel produksi mah tahu juga betul maksudnya mah integriti yang nawang ini akan kena question tahu ya ada any amor payah question mesti jawab dari tahu kita tu dari sini ini mesti wakalan.
Gangster Vikas Dubey was shot dead on Friday by police who claimed he was trying to flee after the car carrying him from Uzun overturned on the outskirts of Kanpur. Police claimed that the XUV met with an accident at Bounty in Kanpur district, overturning on an isolated stretch of the road which was slippery after the rains. They said the gangster snatched a pistol from one of the 4 policemen injured in the accident and was shot when he opened fire while trying to flee, an account of events being questioned by opposition parties in Uttar Pradesh. Well, some said that Dubey got what he deserved given his long list of crimes and last week's ambush that killed 8 UP policemen. Others called the encounter a failure on the part of UP police, hindering the process of justice that was due for Dubey in a court of law. Now the sports news. Former Senior Vice President of Hockey India, Gyanendra Ningomba, has been selected as the new officiating President of Hockey India. Former President of the Hockey India, Mohammad Mustaq Ahmed, resigned from his President post on July 7. Executive Board of Hockey India, during its executive meeting, selected Gyanendra Ningomba as the officiating President unanimously. Rajendra Singh is the Secretary General and Tapan Das is the Treasurer of Hockey India. Gyanendra Ningomba, who took active roles to boost Manipur hockey, served as the Chief Executive Officer of Manipur Hockey from 2009 till 2014 and Vice President of the Association from 2014 till 2018. All India Football Federation AIFF has invited 8 footballers of Manipur to participate in the training camp for the upcoming AFC Under-16 Boys Football Championship. The players are Sorokhaiba Pritam, Singshant Pangum Mount, Lemopokam Sivajit, Tongbram Mahesant, Loitongbam Tyson, Sukham Yuhemba, Yumnam Renidi, and Nomekapam Siddharth. AIFF is organizing the camp, which will kick-start in Goa from July 16 to select players for the Indian team to compete in the upcoming championship to be hosted by Bahrain under the aegis of the Asian Football Confederation. The state players will report to the relevant officials of Team India upon their arrival at Goa Airport. They will also undergo necessary COVID-19 testing within 48 hours at a testing facility in Goa, which is recognized by Indian Council of Medical Research. Director of Department of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. K. Syam Sundar, in a press release informed that the ban on public entry into Kumantlampak Sports Complex remains ineffective. Imphal East District Football Association will be opened between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. from July 21st till 31st to carry out activities related to loaning and transfer of inter-club district players. Interested sport persons are asked to bring with them an amount of 2,500 rupees cash, bank draft or check, 2 passport photos each, no objection certificate from their previous club, and a letter of agreement between the player and the club. Players are also instructed to wear face masks and to maintain social distancing in the office at Mapal Kangjam during their visit. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. High Court of Manipur suspends Speaker Tribunal Court's order on disqualification case of Thanga MLA T. Robindro until July 20. Works Minister T.S. Biswas lashes out at Nauria Pakanglapa ex-MLA Subham Subhachandra for dragging him into a ploy. CLP leader Okram Ibobi lambasted Nauria Pakanglapa ex-MLA Subham Subhachandra for alleging that Congress party forced him to resign. MLA K. Govindas resigned from Delimitation Commission committee membership, says he does not want to be a part of forced exercise of delimitation in Manipur based on false census report. Thamaibantu MLA Kumokcham Joykisan demands Health Minister L. Jayantikumar to resume office duty, keeping aside political confusions. India reports 26,506 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 21,604. And Manipur's Ghanaian Throw Ningom Bumped appointed as officiating president of Hockey India. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur News. For more news, you can follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Good night and stay safe.